Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I do have something a little bit different, a little bit more unique, something you definitely won't find at Walmart or Staples or even maybe your local stationery store. Anyways, this is the Penco Prime Timber 2mm lead holder. This I bought this pencil in Montreal at Nota Bene, which is a quite a cool stationery store, and yeah. I've had this for about 2 years. I haven't used it much, and it did come with a 2mm lead sharpener, which I unfortunately lost. I still have the cap for it, but I lost the actual sharpener itself. Yeah, but anyways, from what I can tell, Penco is a subsidiary or maybe a brand of High Tide, which is a Japanese. I want to say it's a company, but it's a manufacturer. Let's call it a manufacturer and distributor of Japanese products, mostly stationery products, but they also do sell some clothes and socks, other things you might need. But anyways, yeah, it's the Penco Prime Timber. So I do want to take this apart first and foremost. Uh, as you can tell, the pencil has a wooden barrel. This is the main draw to the pencil. The fact that it has a wooden barrel, hence prime timber. I'm also gonna maybe we'll be able to see a bit more. Not really. I will tell that it's wood. I thought I saw some plastic, but no, it's just graphite covered wood, which is okay. So, the barrel and the chuck and the clutch. So all the mechanical components are made out of brass, which is what you want to see in a mechanical pencil. So this does cost about $20 Canadian and does come with a sharpener, which I lost. The sharpener was a plastic. It's made out of plastic. I'm not too sure what. Probably polyethylene, like every other crap that's being made nowadays. The tip itself, uh, what material is this made out of? I'm gonna assume aluminum. It does have some heft to it. This could maybe even be steel. Like this is quite heavy, and the cap is definitely some sort of die cast. How did this corrode? Uh, it's not green, so it's not copper, which is good. So I'm gonna assume. Man, I almost want to say that the tip's made out of some sort of steel. Like this is. Yeah, this might be made out of steel. I don't have a magnet near me. I unfortunately can't test the magnetic properties, but I do want to say this could be steel components. This is good. This is good. So in terms of comfort, so I will write something. So yeah, although this lead holder is quite unique just due to the fact that it's got a wooden barrel, one, and two, the chuck itself isn't like a regular lead holder. The Kohinoor 5900, which I reviewed, has a more traditional lead holder chuck type, but this has a mechanical chuck, like what you would see in a .7 or a .9, but it's made bigger for 2 millimeters, which is quite cool. Which this makes me assume that Penco most likely even makes these components in Japan. This is very possible. So yeah, it's a decent pencil to write with. Nothing to write home about. This won't change anyone's life. But yeah, it's good. The one complaint that I have, which I often do with wooden pencils, is it's the lacquered finish, right? The paint does make it slippery, even though it's is this an octagon or an hexagon? It's an hexagon. It's an hexagon. But yeah, I this is a kind of pencil that if you use daily, I'd recommend that you get a little rubber grip for, maybe. So I will sketch my good old cube. So yeah, this is okay to sketch with. The one problem that I do have with this is just the heaviness of the pencil does make it a bit harder to sketch with. I understand that from what I can tell on Penco's website, it's some sort of marketing gimmick. This was supposed to be like wood from a sustainable forest. Anyways, this is a sidetrack, but if you do hear that from a company like, oh, this is sustainable wood, look, forestry nowadays, almost every developed country is forced to harvest wood sustainably. Like, it's not a. I do understand why they use it as a marketing claim, but once you do understand that, like, every forestry company is forced to do it, and pretty much, like, anyways, in Canada, they're definitely forced. A lot of Europe, they're forced, even nowadays in Brazil. Like, it's less of a selling point than it most likely would have been 30 to 40 years ago if sustainable was as such of a popular marketing uh, marketing thing. And I'll also do a shake test. No sound. So that's what you want to hear because there's just the one lead loaded into it. Yeah, which is good. I mean, yeah, this shouldn't shake. So I'm gonna rate this. So in terms of ease of writing, most of my writing is between the lines. I don't want to say it's a 5. I do. If this cap was made with a heavier material, which is hard, this is most definitely die-cast zinc or aluminum. But yeah, if this had a little steel cap, maybe it would be easier to write with, just because the balance of the pencil would be more equal. But it's way heavier at the bottom, less heavy at the top. It just you know, you do fight a bit against it to prevent the pencil from moving around too much. So I'm gonna give this a 4. It's also okay to sketch with, but again, the problem which I just mentioned does I think handicap this pencil a bit when it comes to writing. So the build quality. Um, I'm unfortunately gonna have to give this pencil a 4. This isn't due to the internal components. This is really due to the finish on the wood. Look, this is just from being in my bag. This isn't from a lot of usage. Like, I haven't used this pencil this much. I have other lead holders, which I do prefer. But it's still a well-built pencil. The material selection is good. Just, there's a bit of balance that should be maybe analyzed, refined, just basic balance. Uh, there's also this, but yeah, this, the whole like lead holder mechanism is pressed into the wood. I don't know if it's glued, probably not. But yeah, this is, yeah, just based on the paint. Oh, sorry, I've just got to give it a 4. But if this didn't have the paint issues, which it has, I'd give it a 5. Plus, there's usage here, which I'm not too sure how this was caused. Most likely just due to wear and tear. Like, look, I have it. This, I don't know. Yeah, sorry. I'll just have to give this a 4. So expected durability, yeah, and the sustainability of the pencil. Yeah, this gets a 5. All the materials are very sustainable. The fact that you've got a wooden barrel, I'd give this a 5 on sustainability, even if it wasn't all metal construction. Just the fact that it's a wood barrel. Yeah, this really. Uh, Plus, yeah, the only thing which I could see failing is the this press fit if you drop it too hard, but I think it's going to take quite a bit of time. This isn't something which will fail just from occasional dropping. Yeah, you'll need to abuse this a lot before it breaks. Plus, that's the fun thing about lead holders. The chucks are generally heavy to the point where, like they don't get jams. They don't. Yeah, that's just one of the benefits of a 2 millimeter lead. Like it just lasts longer. So jamming again. Having just mentioned this, this pencil won't really jam ever. And if the lead does break inside, which I don't think it will, just from being shooken around or even dropped. Anyways, I don't think this will jam. This gets a 5. And aesthetics slash fun. Yeah, this again loses a bit of points just based on the state of the paint. It's a good looking pencil, though. I do like that it's made out of wood, but you do have some very, I want to say, wooden characteristics to how the barrel is aging. So I wouldn't. So I'm gonna give this a 4 on aesthetics and fun, and this puts the Penco Prime Timber at a 22 of 25, which is equal to an 88%, which is a very good score. So yeah, if you need a lead holder, if you're a draftsman, if you're an architect, you can get better for cheaper. Like, yeah, seriously, I've reviewed the Kohinoor Versatile 5900. That's a great lead holder. Even Styler has probably easier ones to write with than this. But this is cool because it's got a wooden barrel and it's sustainable and it's Japanese. If you like Japanese stuff, then go ahead. But yeah, the point which I wanted to make earlier on was generally the usage of a wooden barrel for this kind of pencil. At the price point that you're paying, which is I believe I paid $20 Canadian for this and the eraser. Look, the problem with yeah, this really just needs the wood itself needs a varnished finish. Like I really don't think there's any varnish on this. I'll just unscrew the tip, but this doesn't have any. But yeah, if they would have soaked this before in some varnish, before it leaving the factory, like this could be a pencil which could last like forever and be also somewhat recyclable. Uh, and even then, like it's not like it's plastic where burning it just causes noxious gases to the environment. Like it's wood, even with the varnish, burning the varnish would. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is that even with varnish, this can be very recyclable. But I'm assuming that they use they didn't varnish this. They most likely just used regular wood, and then turned it. Well, I mean, chopped it down into probably. I'm gonna measure it. Might be able to tell you guys how this was made from tree to pencil. So this has a diameter of I'm gonna say 8.5 millimeters. So yeah, probably uh, they probably cut these down. They probably cut their wood down to 10 by 10 millimeter in face dimension, like wooden sticks, which would have been approximately yeah, let's say like 13 millimeters long, just for fun. But yeah, and then they most likely yeah, they then bore the diameter inside, and then just cut the edges off to make the hexagonal profile, which isn't bad, but yeah, generally, yeah, I feel like what I'm trying to get to in general is this pencil is a good idea. Like having a mechanical pencil with a wooden barrel is a good idea, but I do believe the execution on this was somewhat poorly executed. Yeah, the paint and the finish just I don't want to. Yeah, it looks like shit. Like I've had this for 2 years. I haven't had this for 20 years. Like this shouldn't look like this. But anyways, this is my review of the Penco Prime Timber lead holder, a quirky, fun Japanese mechanical pencil that also is a sustainable alternative to your regular mass manufactured mechanical pencils. Yeah, so I'd recommend this to someone that does care about sustainability. Like you can pull this out, hey, check this out. Like everything in this is recyclable. The only hardish part will be getting the brass, getting the internal components off, like basically removing the press fit, which you'll just need force to do, which kind of sucks, but oh well, it's doable. Anyways, on this note, thank you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.